And we are back. So last time we were given the choice to go through door 4 or door 5. Where are we going through door 4? Sounds fine. Why not? I think it should be good. Junpei decided that, that door 4 would be fine. He would go through door 4 with Lotus, Santa, and June. Why had Junpei even considered doing otherwise? He would be there for June, for Akane Kurashiki. That seemed good. He felt it was the right choice to make. He made no shows of affection, but Junpei saw her as something more than just a friend from his childhood. He watched the other 4 walk toward the door. Ace, Snake, Clover, and Seven. Junpei said nothing as they left. Before long, they reached door 5. They talked to one another for a few seconds, saying that things Junpei couldn't hear, and then laid their hands, one by one, on the scanner panel of the red. Ace grabbed the lever. His face tight with determination, he turned over his shoulder to look at Junpei and his companions. Goodbye. Be careful. As Ace pulled the lever, the door swung open, the mouth of a great hungry beast. Beyond the door, Junpei knew, lay the sad remains of the 9th man. It did not surprise him that Ace, Clover, and Seven hesitated. The body was not a pleasant thing. Snake had no problems, as his blindness made him immune to the horror. He stepped through the door, his feet making a wet splack in the pool of blood. Do you intend to kill me? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you? Snake had not even bothered to turn around, but the other 3 steeled themselves and stepped through the door. Door 5 swung shut, closing with the heavy finality of metal upon metal. Junpei and his companions scrambled to the door. They pressed their ears to it, in an attempt to hear what might be taking place on the other side. It's beeping. It's just like before. Probably the sound of the detonator on the bracelet. Do you think they're okay? June's face showed her concern more plainly than her words ever could. Almost as though in response to her question, a voice rang out from the other side of the door. It was Seven. Hey, there it is. That's gotta be that dead thing. Come on, get over here. We gotta authenticate. The beeping stopped. The sighs of relief were audible even through the heavy door. Phew, looks like it stopped. Junpei and his companions leaned away from the door and breathed a collective sigh of relief of their own. Hey guys, are you alright over there? They'd heard Seven's voice, but it wouldn't hurt to be sure. Yep, we're fine. Despite the recent danger, Clover's voice was bubbly as ever. Oh hey, I'm gonna tell you about this whole dead thing, okay? The dead is just like the red, but the color's different. You know how the red was red? Well, the dead is blue. Other than that, it's just like the red. Authenticating is the same too. Awesome, thanks, that helps a lot. Well, we should probably move on now. You be careful out there. Roger that. Junpei and the others left door 5 and headed towards door 4. They stood in front of the red and placed each of their hands upon it. 4 asterisks appeared on the screen. Junpei grabbed the lever and turned around. You guys ready? Yeah. Sure. Let's go. None of them looked particularly optimistic, but their faces were set. Junpei nodded to them and turned back towards the red. Alright, let's go. With strength and determination, he pulled the lever. Run! The 4 of them leapt through the door together. The moment they had passed through it, each heard a cold, electronic sound coming from their left wrist. In the center of each bracelet, a red skull appeared and began to flash. The dangerous countdown had begun. In a long moment that each of them spent staring at their wrists. The numbered door behind them closed, the sound of metal on metal reverberating down the hallway. There was no way back now. They were committed. If they could not find the device to deactivate their detonators... Hey, where the hell is the dead? How would I know? Don't give me that crap. Start looking. I already am. They began to run, eyes looking frantically for the device that was the key to their salvation. The hallway they found themselves running down was a long one, easily 300 feet in length. On the right side of it stood a series of wooden doors, all nearly identical. If they'd taken time to think, they would likely have discerned the doors lead to cabins. Don't tell me the dead is in one of those rooms. Oh no! How many rooms do you think there are? Junpei was too frightened to count properly, but his best guess there were 7 or 8 of them. Ah, fuck! There wasn't time to count them to be sure. Junpei ran to the nearest door. He grabbed the knob and shook it hard. It wouldn't open. It didn't feel locked, more like someone had hammered an iron plate over the other side of the door. Junpei turned around to find another door, and saw that his companions had already run to doors of their own. They did not seem to be having any more success than he had. Their own words confirmed his fear. Shit, this one's no good. Same here. It's not moving. June was the last to speak up. As Junpei looked in her direction, his eyes caught something he hadn't noticed before. A small red light. It flashed at him, dimly, from the end of the hallway. That's it! Over there! Even as he yelled, he ran. He grabbed Santa, Lotus, and June and pulled them toward the light. Santa called out to them as he ran. Hey, how many more seconds do we have? How would I know? Our time limit is 81 seconds. I know that, goddammit. I'm asking you how many seconds we have left. In all likelihood, Junpei figured nearly a minute had already passed since the door could close behind them. If that was true. Urgency foremost in all their minds, they arrived at the end of the hallway. The dead sat on the left wall, blinking almost tauntingly at them. Hurry! Junpei grabbed hold of the machine, his hands slick with sweat and shaking. He slammed his hand against the scanner panel. The other 3 quickly followed suit. With a grunt, Santa yanked the lever downward. Phew! Looks like it stopped. His hands began to steady. Junpei wiped away some of the sweat that had beaded on his forehead. As they caught their breath, the 4 companions began to look around. At the end of the hallway lay a heavy-looking set of double doors. Set into the walls of the hallway on either side of the larger door were 2 smaller ones. They all needed inspecting, but Junpei began with the largest of the 3, the double doors. How many times had he come across similar doors with similar results, he wondered. Or perhaps, he corrected himself, more a lack of results. Whatever the reason, the door remained firm and unyielding, and refused to allow Junpei or anyone else passage. Near the handle was a small keyhole. Above the keyhole was a small symbol engraved in the brass. Mail? He wasn't quite sure what to make of it, and stared at it for a moment in confusion. It was June that corrected him. No, that's not the symbol for mail. That's probably the symbol of Mars. Well, technically they are the same symbol, but I saw a number of similar symbols near the main stairway. The symbols of the solar system. The Sun. Saturn. The Earth. At least that's what I'm assuming. So this isn't the man symbol, it's a symbol for Mars? I think so, yes. While Junpei and June talked, Santa had disappeared. They turned to find him some distance down the hallway. He had gone to check the other doors. Eventually he reached the last of them and jogged back. It took him only a moment to catch his breath again. Here's the deal. None of the other doors open. And that must mean we only have 2 more doors. Lotus examined the doors on either side of the large double door. Each one had a metal plate attached to it. Junpei figured they were probably room numbers. The door on the left read B92, and the door on the right proclaimed that it led to B93. Alright, let's open them. Yeah. Junpei put his hand on the doorknob for the door that said room 92. Santa moved the door to room 93. They made it through the numbered door alive. There was nothing more to be afraid of. Junpei and Santa looked at each other and nodded. 1, 2, 3. In unison, they pushed against their respective doors and promptly found themselves in a new room. June followed Junpei as he threw open his door. They turned around and saw the other door on the other side was open as well. Through the door was another person, his mouth agape. It was Santa. Hey, it opened. Yeah, it did. Junpei and Santa looked at each other. They had not expected the doors to yield so easily. Lois's calm voice broke into their thoughts. Maybe this is all part of Zero's plan? I can't say I enjoy being treated like someone's puppet. As she headed for room 93, Lotus continued. Well, now we have these two rooms. I'm sure there's something in there that will help us get out of here. Let's find it. Santa and I will search this room. Junpei and June, search the other one. Alright. Okay. Seek a way out. Alright, so we're gonna have another puzzle section. I'm going to try and the box of matches. There are matches inside, obviously. Sometimes searching objects yields funny results, and then sometimes there are story sections, as we saw before. Junpei looked down blankly at what he was holding, then up at June. Oh, yeah, how's your fever? You feeling better now? Yes, I'm feeling fine. June certainly looked fine. Junpei held his hand on her forehead for a few seconds. It seemed her fever really had gotten down. Are you worried about me? Yeah, I guess I am. Whoop. Nope. Not what I wanted. Nope. Nope. Yes, that's what I wanted. Yeah, I guess I am. June blushed and giggled. By the way, Jumpy. How did you end up here? What do you mean? I told you earlier, didn't I? There was a man with a gas mask when you got home at night. You inhaled some white smoke and passed out. When you woke up, you were on D-deck. Yep, that's it. But is that really the truth? What? Jumpy, are you hiding something from me? No! Why would I? Well, if you think about it, this is awfully suspicious. I mean, why would two childhood friends bump into each other in a place like this? Hey, I could ask you the same thing. Are you hiding something? What would I hide? Well, I don't know, anything. I mean, you're hiding it. How would I know? You mean, like, the number of men I dated? Junpei's heart stumbled over itself. Do you want to know? He had to admit, he was a little curious. Don't worry. She smiled at him. Only 18. Times 0. Yeah, I guess I just haven't met Mr. Right yet. June looked a little embarrassed and scratched the back of her head in a desperate attempt to seem nonchalant. Junpei coughed quietly in much the same way. Anyway, I'm not hiding anything. Just like you, Jumpy. When I woke up, I was on D-deck. Well, you do have a point. I mean, why did Zero pick us? We haven't seen each other since elementary school. June nodded, and for a few moments she had the faraway look of someone deep in thought. Look for what connects the victims. That will lead you to the culprit. Do you remember Seven saying something like that? Yeah, I do. So? Well, that's what I'm saying. I think this must all have something to do with a classmate of ours. You got any ideas who it might be? No, nothing. Oh. Well, if it had something to do with the school, then it could be one of our teachers, or maybe the principal. Or the janitor, or the lunch lady. No, I can barely remember any of them. Yeah, I know. Junpei went back to searching, feeling unpleasant and confused. Elementary school. Elementary school. Was there anything strange that happened in elementary school? As he searched the room, he continued to rack his brain. Alright, so we got some matches. Okay. This is kind of weird looking picture. Do you think it's an abstract painting or something? It looks kind of like a demon with an elephant-like nose. Sucking a human being's brain. Where the hell did that come from? What's her brain made of? Can't say I'd mind finding out a little more about what goes on in there. It's a bathroom wall. Squirt tiles all over it. And the shower curtain? Maybe. Nope. Okay. Toilet. No water. Okay. Now from what I remember, expensive. Stealing. This isn't a painting. Is it a map? Looks like a map of the ship's interior. Oh, this is a great find. Really useful. Let's take it with us. We now have a map screen. I will not use the map screen. I don't actually think there's a real use for the map screen. Maybe we can look at it. I don't think it actually, I can't remember if it actually need to. Oh. Junpei took one last look at the map, and then folded it up and slid it back into his pocket. June looked up as he closed it. This ship is bigger than I thought. Yeah, it's probably around 900 feet long. Must be one of those fancy cruise ships. Of course, it doesn't really look like a cruise ship. Everything in here is really retro. Even if it's some sort of style choice, there's just too much. Do you remember what Zero said? On April 14th, 1912, the famous ocean liner Titanic crashed into an iceberg. After remaining afloat for 2 hours and 40 minutes, it sank beneath the waters of the North Atlantic. Do you think maybe this boat and the Titanic has something to do with each other? That's a good point. I thought he would have mentioned it if there wasn't a reason. Junpei took a moment to look around the room. Do you think this boat is the actual Titanic? No. I'd be guessing a replica. That's not the button I want. Not the button I want. Replica of the Titanic? A replica? Yeah. You know, like a copy of the actual boat. Who on earth makes something like that? Fans? Crazy Titanic fans? No way. Do you even know how much money that would take? No idea. But all they gotta do is break even, you know? Break even? Yeah. They could use it as a cruise ship. Climb aboard a piece of history. Sail around the world in the resurrection Titanic. Hell, with marketing like that, they probably have more customers than they'd know what to do with. Do you really think people want to ride on a ship that was such an ominous past? Instead of the worst accident in history, over 1,500 people died. I wouldn't be surprised if you get cursed just for going. Curse, huh? Jumpy, do you believe in that sort of thing? You know, curses and stuff. And I'm gonna say they're a load of crap. It's just what I feel. Sorry, but I can't really say I believe in that kind of stuff. Tact was not one of Junpei's many better qualities. What about you? Now, I guess it's kind of a dumb question. Yes, I do believe in curses. In fact, I think it was a curse that sunk the Titanic. What? A curse sank the Titanic. The curse of the Egyptian mummy. Junpei couldn't understand how June had maintained a straight face to say that. Supposedly, the Titanic carried the mummy of the Princess Amon-Ra, which was stolen from a pyramid. And they say that the mummy had a history. Everyone involved with it died mysterious deaths. Come on, I'm sure you heard of it before. Those who open the coffin will be forever cursed. Haven't you ever heard that one? So you're saying the Titanic sunk because of that curse? That's right. June's eyes had lit up with excitement, like a child with a new toy. That's stupid. I don't buy it. It's true. How can you be so sure? That mummy wasn't just a normal mummy. It was really mysterious, totally unbelievable. What is so unbelievable about it? Well, supposedly she was really pretty. Pretty? Yes. But she was a mummy. That's right. She wasn't all shriveled up or rotten or anything. She looked just like she was alive. Oh, I get it. It's that thing, I don't remember the name, where your body turns into some kind of wax. If a dead body is put in the right sort of environment, the fat in it turns into something kind of like candle wax, right? And yes, saponification. That's not what it was. Huh? That's not it. She wasn't wax. Then what is it? They say she was that she was frozen. What? Frozen? That's right. The whole body was frozen solid. You know how a human body is more than 60% water? Well, all of that water was frozen. The story says that from the time of its discovery all the way through to when it got put on the Titanic, and even though it was carried through the desert, her body never melted. June and Junpei talked a little more and then went back to their investigation. But even as they did, his mind went back to what she told him. Ice that wouldn't melt, even in the desert. Could such a thing really exist? No, even if it did, it wouldn't really be ice anymore, would it? The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. Like he'd eaten his ice cream too fast. Alright. I think cupboard. What's this? Bottle. Okay. Hey Jimmy, do you want to take a shower together? Whoa. Just kidding. Should I take it back? My brain's already working out the picture. Oh, those are dry shirts and helping. Drawer. We got a key. Alright. I think that's it for this room for now, unless it's in here. Nope, looks like not. It should be everything here. I think I need to go to the other room. Alright. Might come in handy. See, got a candlestick. It's pretty dark. Don't you know? Give us some light. Yes, actually, I do. If I go item, matches. Let's light the candle. We have light. Ah, it's locked. Well, we found a key, didn't we? Alright, we got a piece. A plate, apparently. Anything in here? Yes. Shower curtain. Ah. It just got dark. Candlestick key. So, because that candlestick melted, we know it's nothing else we can do in there. I believe the candlestick key is used for this. Yes. Perfect. Alright, do we want this piece? So we got another plate. Next part. Oh. Hey, Junpei, you got a minute? Send had shown up out of nowhere and gave Junpei no small start. Here, take this. Gundam pulled me out of his pocket. It looked like a bookmark. It had a 4-leaf clover in it. What is this? I found it in between some of the cushions on the sofa. Pretty sure it ain't gonna be any help to us, but I figured we might as well hang on to it. Anyway, then why don't you hold on to it? Santa gave him a wry smile. You know what I hate most in the world? I got 4 things. Hope, faith, love, and luck. Hope, faith, love, and luck. Damn straight. And you hate these things? Yeah, you got a problem with that? Not really, but Junpei tried to figure out how best to phrase what he wanted to say. What does a bookmark have to do with any of that? Santa scratched the back of his ear and looked awkward. Well, see, each leaf of a 4-leaf clover has a meaning to it, okay? And that meaning is pretty much those 4 words. It's like a flower language. Well, I guess it's not a flower, is it? So it's a leaf language, I guess. Yeah, you could call them leaf words. Leaf words. Junpei looked at the bookmark. Hope, faith, love, and luck. So, yeah, I want you to take it, okay? Just touching it gives me the creeps. Take the damn thing, alright? Santa pretended to shiver with disgust and shoved the bookmark into Junpei's confused hands. Junpei, what do you want to do? Do you want to take it? Sure, we'll take it. Why not? Decided to take it. After all, why shouldn't he? Alright, sure, I'll take it. He shoved the thing into his pocket and gave Santa a last confused look. Phew, man, I feel a lot better now. That thing was a real pain, you know? Do you really hate those 4 words that much? Yeah, well, they can all betray you, you know? Hope, faith, love, and even your destiny. What had happened to Santa, Junpei wondered. How did he become such a bitter person? For a moment, they looked at each other. Well, that's not my only reason. What? It's not the only reason I hate the 4-leaf clover. I just can't bring myself to like the number 4. What? Worried about the 4 horsemen? Nah. Come on, man, that's just silly. Maybe back in the Dark Ages that kind of crap scared people. This is the 21st century, and I'm a 21st century guy. Then why do you hate 4 so much? Because it's a half-ass number. Not the best or the worst. That's why. What? 9 is a way better number. So what if it's last place, right? At least it's not some lame-ass middle number. Santa's explanation made no sense. Junpei was even more confused than before. You play? Play? In the stock market? I'm gonna assume gambling. You mean like gambling? Yeah, of course. What else would I mean? In Baccarat, the best possible hand totals 9. They call it La Grande. But the lowest, most worthless cards are the zeros. They call it Monkey. Just the guy in charge of this game, huh? Zero's a monkey. Santa blinked, utterly stunned. Then he began to laugh. Oh man, you're totally right. The guy who trapped us in here sure is one hell of a monkey. That was when Lotus spoke up. You know, if you think about it, the Nar game is really a lot like Baccarat. Apparently, she'd been listening. Of course, it doesn't use any of that stupid digital root junk. You just drop the tens digit and that's it. Still, it does have the same idea of your final number needing to be a single digit. Oh, yeah, I guess you get a point. And in both games, whoever has 9 wins. The person who makes 9 wins? Did you forget that already? Don't you remember what Zero said? The exit is hidden, but it is there. Seek the exit. Seek the door that carries a 9. So if you want to get off this boat, we have to make a team whose numbers have the digital root of 9. And only the people in that team are going to make it out alive. Of course. That's why it's called the nonary game. What? Huh? You don't know? Nonary means something derived from 9, or base 9. It's derived from the Latin prefix nona, which means 9. While we're at it, the prefix for 1 is uni, like a unicorn, the horse with 1 horn. 2 is bi, like binary. Binary means composed of 2 parts. 3 is tri, sure you've heard that one plenty, like trio, triple, and triangle. You get the idea. In fact, you have quart, quiddy, sext, septum, and so on. And of course, the prefix for 8 is octo, like an octopus. It's called that because it has 8 legs. Get it? I see. So nona means 9. Lotus nodded. So how many are trapped on this ship? That'd be 9. And what are the bracelet numbers we have? They go from 1 to 9. And our time limit? How many hours did we have? Zero said 9 hours. And finally, to get out of the ship, we need to find the door with a 9 that's hidden somewhere in the ship. By making a team with a digital root of 9. Lotus nodded again. And there you have it. The number 9 is everywhere in this game. He's got a real theme of 9s for this whole thing. No wonder it's called the nonary game. Somewhere far away, Junpei heard the creak of stressed metal. It sounded almost like Zero laughing at them, or the sad, desperate scream of a pig headed to the slaughterhouse. Alright, so the shower curtain should be... Whoops, no, I wanted... It should be used in the shower here. Cover these square tiles, yes. How do I... Oh, I need to go like this and put it up there. Curtain rod. Put the shower curtain. Sweet. from the top, third from the... so let's close that. Right there. Yes, let's have a closer look, shall we? Change it. Nope, it's not budget. So 5th from the top, 3rd from the right. Gotta remember that. 5th from the top, 3rd from the right. Yeah, we're gonna go back. Totally. Crip me out. I need to go to the bathroom over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right there. Here it is. Yes, this one's loose. Out of this nails, and yes. We now have 3 plates. And that is the last thing we need. So here we have a portrait of something. And here we have another portrait, but we're missing stuff. Tile in the frame, so I guess I'm supposed to put the tiles in the empty spaces. Alright, I'm gonna give it a shot. Alright, now we've got this. Now we need to make... Alright, there, that's... there. Ooh, easy. Perfect. Yes! I did it! There, picture complete. And there goes the frame. What's this? What do you mean, what's this? Pretty obvious, isn't it? It's a hole in the wall. Like it isn't safe or something, you know? Anyway, let's take a look. I think there's something inside. Yes. Mars key! Jimmy messed around with a bit with the key he had and looked blankly at the picture that slid down. We're gonna call it a part there, because that is essentially the escape room done, and that's about 30 minutes. So next part we will continue on. This is one of my favorite parts of this game, coming up here, with this picture. Got some really cool ideas behind it. Until next time.